How's it going, guys? Today I started a fresh start in SSF Ultimatum League, and I'm playing a Exanguinate Scion. I'm currently using Spellslinger. I'm going to go step by step, like as I progress through the build. First off, I just want to show off the cool things I got. I have 3 5 links. Uh, this one is Bad Colors, 5 link Doomfletch, and 5 link Light Rain Raiment. I'd be using this Light Rain Raiment if it wasn't converting physical damage to Chaos, because I'm scaling all of my physical damage. And then I got an 8 passive minion damage jewel, only item level 53, and I got a really nicely rolled Hoop of All. And let's learn about Exanguinate. Alright, I'm going to be using Exanguinate here. Get it, start using it at level 12. I don't know which class you can get it on, but when you make it to Mervale's Caverns in Act 1, I can get it as a quest reward as a Scion. So that's what I'm going to do here. This says releases several tendrils of blood from your character, targeting enemies in a narrow angle in front of you. The beams deal physical damage and inflict a physical damage over time debuff to enemies, which can stack up to 3 times. Effects which allow skills to chain can apply to these tendrils. So, fire tendrils at up to 7 targets. Spell damage applies the damage over time. Base duration of 1 second on the debuff. Stack up to 3 times. Okay. So, we'll see what this does.
Goodbye.
Alright, time for the initial test here. I don't have wands. I do have this helmet, has increased global physical damage. And it costs life instead of mana to use this skill. And I've got it linked with just life tap. It gives me increased damage after spending a certain amount of life.
Victory was not mere chance.
Do this.
Night's madness strains away all hope.
I have a princess on me as well, so I'm getting cold damage on it. This is extra cold. Chaos dot multi. %50 of mana cost is lightning. It doesn't have a mana cost. I'm gonna die. I'm so dead. More set up to use frostblades. Okay, I don't need that. Okay.
The safe choice.
Oh, that's what it does. Okay, I have to show this off because it's pretty goofy. I got my hands on a fin coil. I don't have anything to really link it, so I had to drop the life tap, and now I'm running Exanguinate, and it's supported by a level 8 trap with multiple traps. So because of this, like it helps to clear a lot, because you'll see right here, they kind of like splatter everywhere. I got myself a vitality. And I just found this pretty sweet talisman. I've been taking my time doing the ultimatums, level 15. I don't know what this prophecy is, but I used my silver coins, so there might be some other boss in here. Yeah. Got to kill these things whenever they are. Here. Yeah. And I have an ancestral protector totem linked with Maim that... Okay, prophecy is nuts. Maim causes enemies to take increased physical damage. So that's why I have the totem, and since I'm using a staff, it's an attack weapon. So I can actually pull that off. Yeah, this is where we're at here. It's odd, but it's working. Be cool if I could get the staff linked up and Yeah, I'm really happy I used the silver coin really early because it's pretty cool. There we go. Easy Mervo. Alright, I'm about to finish up Act 2 here. Go over the things I've added. I added Arcane Surge to Flame Dash. That's spell damage. I dropped the Ancestral Protector just recently for Flesh and Stone. I'm not using mana for hardly anything. And then I hit a couple of chromes on the staff once I got it linked. Wound up all reds, so I've got Exanguinate, Life Tap, Cruelty, but it's still linked to Trap because I am using the Fin Coil. Thing that I did find out is that using traps, you cannot proc the Corrupting Fever, it appears, or else I'd be doing a ton more damage. So I think that's why I was recommended to like look into using Spellslinger. Passive tree, I got this jewel from the Crypt level 2 quest, and I'm currently pushing over here for Tireless and Vanquisher. And let's see how this goes with single traps. Yeah, damage feels good. Having the MAME on the Flesh and Stone is really helping a lot here too. I am out of flasks, and I use life for skills. Alright, I need to... they popped up right as I hit the portal. I need more life regen. So I'm in a good part of the tree for that as well. I don't know what the Ascendancy is going to look like, but it seems like this is going to be a pretty, like, armored life regen defense build. We'll look at Ascendancy next time. Okay, I'm here at the end of Act 3. I've been looking at Ascendancies. Gladiator seems like the guaranteed have to go Gladiator. Looking through all the others, I was really hoping for a Deadeye additional chain, but that's not here. So it's looking like either Trickster or Necromancer for like Bone Offering for like full block build. So I'm probably gonna go Trickster because I'm not playing hardcore. Getting up into here, if I can start up in the shadow area, I could push through all this fizz damage and get Master of Force right here. That'd be pretty amazing. And then if there's some way I could work my way up here, Force Shaper's really nice. Lots of fizz damage here, along with attack speed. That would be useful for Spellslinger. I don't have the intelligence yet to really try out Spellslinger. I'm still using the Fin Coil, and I switched back to multiple traps because Cruelty was not cutting it. You don't get the buff from the hit because of the traps. And I also have vulnerability. I dropped Flesh and Stone so I could run Pride, and I put Maim back on the totem. And that's where we're at. Cruising along. Damage is still feeling pretty nice, considering I'm missing the Corrupting Blood and the Cruelty. I don't know if I'll make it through Act 4 with still using the Fin Coil, but we'll see. Whenever it starts to feel bad, that's when I'm gonna like stop and make the swap.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile? The light of divinity!
My resists are almost capped right now.
Shrink not from God!
I also don't know, like, with the traps, it's definitely not worth to scale the duration.
It's an illusion, Exile.
um, try and push the debuff on Exanguinate. Base duration 1 second, so it stacks 3 times, so you could stack that higher, but you can't stack it like you can Toxic Rain, so I don't know how useful that actually is. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not scaling the trap trigger AoE stuff, so it's only popping like 1 trap at a time.
I prefer
But there we go. Act 3 is done. Onward we go. I have now switched to using Spellslinger. First time I've used Spellslinger ever. Reason was I dropped this wand that came with spell damage and fizz damage over time multiplier. So I was like, okay, we're gonna swap. I had this +1 fizz spell gems from 2, it looks like. So that's where we're at. I just dropped the helmet as well. Because I dropped a Jade Flask, and then it's like I realized I couldn't evade with that helmet. It's only 20% global physical damage, and I upgrade a lot. Spellslinger right now I have linked with Exanguinate, Brutality, and Cruelty. So now that it hits from me, I can proc Cruelty stuff. I'm not running Vitality currently. I don't have the mana for it. And I have a Void Sphere. The Void Sphere is something I was using when I had the traps to proc the Corrupting Fever stacks. So I still just have that for when needed. And then I'm running Pride and I got Enduring Crack. So the only issue I'm having at the moment is that I'm not spending life for my skills anymore, so I can't keep the Corrupting Fever up. And I'm cursing on vulnerability with Frenzy. That's the attack that I'm using to proc the Spellslinger. So it's nice for bosses, but it also has an accuracy check on it, so it's also not perfect by any means. But it's going pretty well. Big upgrade in damage. Especially once I can just keep manually using Corrupting Fear. So I can keep that up. It's a lot of extra damage for me. But yeah, it's going well. Next thing I really want to work in, I think I'm gonna throw Chain in. It's gonna probably be my 5-link. We'll see if I make it that far today. Alright, I'm about to enter the Temple of Decay level 2. I'm currently level 59. I have completed my lab. So I've gotten Gladiator. More physical damage over time here, and then I got the node on the way to Trickster. I believe that's where I want to go next. As far as passive tree, really don't know what to do with it next, so I'm pushing out here towards this. Like, the things I want are all of the physical damage here. That's what I want. I'm already almost at 3,000 life. There's so much life accessibility around here. And I did grab Sovereignty to lessen the burden of the Spellslinger. I also dropped a Lahoop, which is really good, and my wand is fantastic, especially for leveling at this point. And this build is feeling fantastic right now. So let me just keep pushing through while I continue talking about things. So now that I am using Spellslinger, I'm not hitting enemies multiple times, like I was with the traps. So it takes 3 hits actually to get to the point where you get all 3 stacks, and I'm not attacking 3 times every second, so I'm not reaching the damage potential on this. So I think it's gonna come eventually through like cooldown scaling to really make the damage pop off in the end. This. Hexproof. Still really dumb. I'm also not like cursing everything all the time like I was when I was manually casting the curse. I'm only casting the things that I'm hitting, so it's really only just a bit of extra damage for single target, really. And then I've also got the Corrupting Fever, which I mentioned before. I'm not using enough life to keep it up, essentially. You'll get to really see how much the damage can pop off once I get the stacks of Corrupting Fever going. So what's going to happen here is right before the boss pops up, I'm going to pop Corrupting Fever, and I'm going to drop a Void Sphere. The Void Sphere is going to quickly stack up the Corrupting Fever stack or Corrupting Blood stacks on the enemy, and then I'm going to start attacking it with Frenzy, and it's going to spell sling my Exanguinate, which is doing tons of damage. That's what's going to happen, and damage is going to be pretty nuts, I think. Easy. Like I mentioned, I am pretty lucky for the wand. I have the Fizz Dot multi this early, especially in SSF, +1 Fizz gems here. There we go. Just cruising. Like I've got 3k life. Like I'm running out of stuff that I can spec into. I'm really tempted now that I've gotten the Gladiator up here because of the 15 attack and spell block. I'm tempted to come up here and grab the block stuff here. I really don't think I want to go into Glancing Blows. I could get that, but I think I'd rather just like invest in the block. I mean, there's block here. The issue is going to be spell block for real because I don't know that I'm going to make it up here for the good spell block stuff. But if I somehow find my way through all of this up into here, I'm right here by Arcane Swiftness, which is going to be tons of spell damage with a shield. So I think that's where we're going. And this is going to be where I leave this video. Let me know what you thought of me like doing the segmented progression of like as I leveled through the character and started figuring things out. If that was better or not than me just like saying, okay, here's the build and what I've gotten and whatnot. So that's gonna be it. See you tomorrow with a further update on this character.